So Doomsday is coming and the Doomsday clock is ticking, and the Russo brothers are tweeting some ominous, mysterious sort of things, or posting rather, not necessarily tweeting. I think it was actually on Instagram. And there's some interesting stuff that they're posting, that is very intriguing. And look, I'm excited. Okay. Doomsday, I'm getting hyped. All right. Obviously, Russo brothers killed it with the previous Avengers movies. I was gonna say games. Previous Avengers movies, Infinity War and Endgame were nuts. I mean, they were crazy. They were good. They were really, really, really good movies. And they had said they were done, but I guess Marvel convinced them to come back. And with Doomsday. And there's been a lot of curiosity of where is Doomsday going. And we're going to get to the main post in a second, but by the way, if you're new to the channel, stick around, check out all the other stuff we've been doing. It's been exciting. We've been talking a lot about Stranger Things, so I'm sure those of you guys who've been watching the Stranger Things videos, maybe you're excited that I'm talking about something else right now. So get excited, man. If you get excited, I get excited, and it's just we feed off each other, man. It's hype. So this is what's going on. And let me catch you up to speed real quick with some of the Marvel Doomsday kind of stuff. All right. They've posted a number of teasers, 4 specifically. The first one was 3 weeks ago, and all of these are about a minute and 20 seconds long, roughly. Okay. So 3 weeks ago, and it was Steve Rogers will return. They're getting Chris Evans to come back. Somehow they got him to come back as Captain America. How is that going to play out? I don't know, but it looks exciting. It's again, these are short, kind of like little like teasers or whatever. Actually, technically they're not. We'll get to that in just a second here. So again, he kind of looks at the outfit that he used to wear, and then he's holding a baby, assumingly obviously his baby. So was it with Peggy? Maybe, because they went back in time and all that. So that was the first one. Okay. The second one after that they posted, again, it keeps getting kind of more exciting, was Thor. Right. We knew Chris Hemsworth. He's coming back as Thor. Thor will return. And there's a little kind of teaser with that too. And it's talking about, he's got his daughter and I guess he was like praying that he would come back safe to her and whatever, because he's going out to some kind of battle. So that was 2 weeks ago. Okay. We're getting one pretty much every single week at this point. Now, after that, the third one was about a minute long. It was a week ago the time of recording this, and it was the X-Men will return. Okay, now, obviously this one's pretty exciting. We know that of course Disney acquired Fox, and by doing that they now have all the rights to the X-Men and all the Marvel stuff that was kind of belonging to Fox, right? So we see Professor. Actually, we see 2 versions of the Professor actually in here, which is pretty wild. Of course, we see what's his name, Cyclops thing, right? We see a bunch of little kind of teasers again. The X-Men will return in Avengers Doomsday. Then the final one, we just got it today, 9 hours ago at the time of recording this. And in this one, we get a little bit of a mix. So we see, of course, the new Black Panther, of course, right? Oh goodness, what was her name? Oh man, I'm drawing a blank on his sister's name. How do I forget? It's on the tip of my tongue. This is driving me nuts. I know there's gonna be people that are gonna comment it. Anyway, so we see a shot, and then we see a shot of Namor as well. And then in here, interestingly enough, we also see a shot of the Thing from Fantastic Four. Not a lot really going on there, but it says the Wakandans and the Fantastic Four will return in Avengers Doomsday. So we got 4 teaser trailers that have kind of given us a little bit of a look at some of the different characters, which has been kind of exciting. But here's the thing. The Russo brothers then post over on Instagram, and this is what they say. I'll throw it up on screen. They said, what you've been watching for the last 4 weeks, they're not teasers. So these are not teasers at all. And they're not even trailers. They are stories. They are clues. Pay attention. Doomsday has begun. All right. What does it mean? What does it mean? What is going on here? What on earth are they teasing? Now, listen, this is up my alley, okay? If you guys have been watching the previous videos that we were covering on Stranger Things, we're kind of like figuring out, hey, was there some secret episode with that? This is up my alley too, okay? Because now this is an official thing. All right. This is the other thing was not official. It was speculative. This is official. So this is like, all right, these are stories. They are clues. Pay attention. What do they mean by that? So look, we got to work together. Okay. If we start figuring things out, I'll make a follow-up video. Right now, I don't have it figured out. I wish I did, but I don't. I'm not that smart by myself. Collectively, I think we can work together and figure this thing out. Okay. I don't know. Maybe we can't really piece much together. I'm not going to say there's some mysterious cipher and we got to decode it and we're going to have some secret message. That's not what I mean. But they're saying that they are stories and that they are clues to pay attention. So what is going on in these trailers is the question. Is it all an illusion? Because Steve Rogers returning, and when we see him at the end of Endgame, he's old. So what's up with that? You know what I mean? Maybe that throws you off a little bit. I don't know, man. The other ones, again, Professor X, there's like 2 different versions, and so I don't know. Maybe there's something going on there. But I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but maybe there's something going on with an illusion. Is it Doctor Doom that's casting some kind of illusion? Maybe it's Doctor Strange for whatever reason. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that we actually seen in What If that kind of bled over into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, or a couple little things anyways. Maybe not a lot, but a couple significant things here and there. But so I don't know. I'm really curious. And then of course, I think one of the last Spider-Man was after Multiverse of Madness, right? I'm trying to blank on the chronology, but obviously the last thing we've seen is that Doctor Strange used some powers to wipe out the memory of basically everybody who ever knew Peter Parker. And so, that's also interesting. Where do we go from there? I don't know. And speaking of Stranger Things, we got Sadie Sink, who is apparently, going to make a debut in the MCU in there. People are saying, is she Jean Grey, Phoenix? Like what's going on? Who's her character? That'd be pretty cool. So there's a lot to get hyped about. So I wanted to kind of discuss this with you guys here. I wanted to, catch you up to speed if you haven't been paying attention, or if you have, maybe it's just like, it's one of those things, right? Sometimes maybe you're excited and you see someone post a video like this and you see how like super stoked they are, and then you just get more excited. Again, we feed off each other, right? I want to say one last thing before I wrap this up, because I haven't talked a lot about these kind of topics on this channel, to kind of give you a really speed run through. I made this channel about like 3 years ago as kind of a reaction channel mostly. And eventually, like after maybe like a year or so of that, I was like, I want to do more kind of pop culture-y kind of stuff too. I don't want to just do reactions. I want to do reviews. I want discussions like this, right? I did a little bit of that. I did like a sort of like why you should buy the Walking Dead comics in 2020. That was like my most popular video before the Stranger Things videos popped. And then I didn't really touch it for a couple of years because I wasn't sure what to do with it. And then recently I've been thinking I want to come back to it. And the Stranger Things kind of thing with, the whole speculation of episode 9 kind of gave me a re-entry point. So I came back and I've been really enjoying it and seeing how like, how fun that's been with the interactions with you guys in the comments has been really fun. It just kind of juiced me up. So I'm really excited about the potential of this channel. Let me know if there's certain kind of content you'd like to see. But for me, in terms of the MCU, I mean, I was hardcore all the way up to Endgame. I was super hardcore. I didn't miss anything. I was massive fan. Now, I got a little shaky with some of the post Endgame stuff. I feel like some things were a flop. I liked Hawkeye. It was pretty solid. She-Hulk I skipped. I think it was cringy. Just me. Okay. Don't hate. Maybe you loved it, whatever. There was a lot of hit or miss, Miss Marvel or whatever. And then the Marvels, I skipped all that. What I have watched is Daredevil Born Again, because I loved the Netflix Daredevil series and all the Marvel stuff, but it wasn't really like, it was canon, but like they never really interacted with the movie characters. So, but now they are. So that's cool. So, I'm a huge fan of Daredevil. I'm excited to see, the Punisher back, especially with the original actors like Charlie Cox as Daredevil and John, I always forget how to say his last name, I can't remember. I'd have to see it. But anyways, he's great as the Punisher. Jessica Jones is solid. I think she was confirmed to come back. I hope, I don't care how much hate it gets. Iron Fist was cool. I liked Iron Fist. All right. I think that whatever it was solid. I enjoyed it. And Luke Cage, so anyways, that's kind of where I'm at with MCU. I've watched What If season. I think I watched all the What If stuff. I haven't watched Marvel Zombies yet. I'll be honest, I'm actually late to the Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts, so I still got to go watch those. I plan to. I don't know why I'm so late. So I'm going to catch up on those. But there's been, again, it's mostly the TV shows that I missed and a couple movies because they just didn't feel right to me. They felt kind of eh. But now it feels like they're turning things back around. It feels like the quality's kind of swooped back around and we're getting better and stuff. Daredevil Born Again, I think, was solid. And then what we've been seeing, I think, has been kind of building and going back to more of a solid direction. So I'm excited about the future. So that's kind of just catching you up real quick about where I'm at leading up to Doomsday. And again, we got like the whole year to get through before Doomsday comes out. And it'd be crazy. I'm just spitballing this, okay? I mean, just saying, if we somehow get to like 100,000 subscribers by the time Doomsday comes out, by the time that clock hits 0, I would be like shocked. Either way, I don't care. I just appreciate all you guys who are here. Thank you for watching and interacting. I that's what I started YouTube for, is originally with my gaming channels, to interact with the people that enjoy the stuff that I enjoy. And that's why I have this channel too, is because I'm a nerd, man. At the heart of everything, I'm a nerd, and I like to nerd out with other people that just, get geeky about this kind of stuff. So hopefully you're in for the ride with me, and let me know what you think about Avengers Doomsday. Are you excited? And what do you think of these? They're not teasers. They're stories. They're clues. What do you think about them? Let's figure this out. All right. I'm going to shut up, stop rambling. I'll see you in another video, Lord willing. And until the next one, I actually don't have a catchphrase. On my gaming channel, I say game on. On here, I don't know. So I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Okay.